Now I've got the gold trim all the way around. I'm starting to accentuate the wood. I'm going to paint the wood planks in a very storybook manner, meaning I'm going to accentuate all the areas I want to accentuate, make things recede and pop forward. Now, what am I doing first? I've outlined the darkness. And what that does is that visually convinces your brain that this is a separate piece of wood resting on top of this wood. Give a little feathering. Now, I'm painting the same way I draw. If I was using a pencil right here, I'd be blending this shadow from this imaginary corner I'm trying to convince the viewer to believe is there. And I'm just really just blending this nice. Now, acrylics dry really fast, so it's hard to blend with acrylics. But you can see I've started creating like some dripping motion here. I want people to feel like this rain has really beat down on this over the years. Now, I want this wood to come forward. It's actually more subtle in person than it is on the camera. So I'm going to use a little turquoise. I don't want to use white because it will become gray. I don't want gray, I want color. Now this is a test right here. Now it's already dried on my brush. By the time I put it on, it's already dried. Now, notice that's turquoise. That's what I want. I want color. I want color in there, baby. So it's alive, so it's beautiful. Now I'm going to use a tad bit of white because I need it. It just needs a little pop. Again, it's more subtle in person than it is on the camera. Maybe that's why when I take a selfie, my face is all blown out. Now look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And then what would look really nice next to that is some red. Some red. Actually, some red and this ochre, which is kind of a yellow. So you're kind of making orange, a dirty orange. But I've also got this brown that I can mix in there. That's a beautiful color. Look at that. I'm really bringing it over next to this black so that black pops. Now, is it too much? Probably. But again, we're layering. I am allowed to be free and bold and courageous to put color in there and not be afraid. I'm not afraid to make a mistake. Whatever I do, I can fix it. It's acrylics. It's so forgiving. Just paint right over it. Now, you say, well, why are you doing that? Because from a distance, it's going to look really nice. Now I get my black. Accentuate the boards again. I painted several murals, like the mural at Jersey Baptist painted this way, where I did like 1,000 rocks, but they weren't gray. They were all color. People don't really know that. They think, oh, look at the gray rocks. No, they're color. They're color, and that's why you like them. You just didn't know. You just didn't know. Now, honestly, it's probably a little too colorful, honestly, but that's okay because I'm building blocks. You say, well, I wouldn't have the patience to do that. Well, of course you wouldn't. That's why you're not an artist. You know, you might have the knowledge, but if you don't have the patience, you're not an artist. That's why I've been doing a book for 9 years. Happy about that. Now, let's see. Really get some discoloration down here. Let's break from the norm. And let's really get some discoloration. Now, stand back and look at it. Now, from here, yeah, it's a little weird looking. Again, it's going to be polished when I'm done. But you're starting to bring out those pieces of wood, and you can see right there how the wood is starting to look like it sits back in from this. Let me zoom out so it's not so shaky. See, it's just like I'm drawing it. Just try to get that detail. Yeah, it's drying too fast. Man, you only have a second. That stuff dries quick. But you get the point. It's starting to feel a little bit more like wood.